Bro, I'm not good at addresses. I know it's in Second Kings.
CJ, I did a quick study on the history of chicken and waffles for you.
Hey, let's go.
He did a what study?
He said he did a quick study on chicken and waffles.
I kind of did a study like how Christians do to study the Bible. So same level of depths. So chicken and waffles, it's both a soul food, which I knew that, but it's also a Pennsylvania Dutch cuisine. Now, I did not know that part. So technically, the Pennsylvania Dutch cuisine came up with chicken and waffles, but theirs was a little bit nastier. Not a little bit nastier. It was nasty compared to what we like because they had chicken and waffles with pulled chicken stew on top of it, covered in gravy. That does not sound good to me. And then the version of using fried chicken was associated with Southern America, which is soul food, and that became popular in Harlem, New York in 1938. There you go.
All right.
So the answer to the question is fat people created chicken and waffles. Just to make it clear.
Nah, you tripping.
Just to make it clear.
You tripping, bro.
Experimenters with people who were never taught to not play with their food as children.
Filipinos did.
That's right.
Filipinos come up with it.
Yeah.
All of soul food is basically struggle food. Whatever master left over, they turned it into delicious cuisine. That's it. That's the bottom line.
Yep. And now that you're not poor, should not be eating like a poor person. Go eat the good. Go eat the good. Hey, go eat the good part of the animal. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's like if I knew, I'm talking about me. If I knew that my family eat a certain way because back in the day, it was scraps because they were slaves, I'd have been like, why are we still eating like that? I'm gonna stop honoring this culture and I'm gonna move on to better food. Like, it's just me personally, but I'm not gonna continue.
No. It depends. If you're talking about like chitlins, I'm definitely never gonna eat chitlins, bro. That junk is horrible.
Well,
but as far as like collard greens, sweet potato, like
but collard greens, sweet, but the stuff you're naming is not scraps. Those are vegetables. Like that's normal.
Collard greens were the scraps. The master didn't want the collard greens.
Yeah, but
that's what they gave.
No, not all of them. There were white people that ate collard greens, bro. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, the ones that were working in the fields with the black folks.
No. Collard greens has always been a vegetable. It's always been a vegetable. There's nothing wrong with them.
But you gotta remember, it's the way that it's cooked.
Well, I mean,
collard greens is cooked with the collard greens with neck bone or some kind of piece of ham. Like, you had to make the best of what you had with what you had.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going to go get the thigh and the leg. I'm not going to be fighting for 24 neck bones. Get what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying.
I'm fighting for that neck bone.
Huh?
I said I'm fighting for the neck bone.
Oh, God. I'm going to fight for that. Look. On it, so of course it's good, no doubt. But I'm saying, if somebody said, hey, do you want 24 neck bones or do you want 4 thighs? I'll take the 4 thighs, bro. Thank you. All day.
I'm gonna take some neck.
You'll be picking at that thing. Hey, you know what? Don't even pick at it, bro. Just chew it like that, bro. Just chew it like that.
Hey, you see that guy eating the guy from, I think he's from Louisiana, a heavy-set black dude, man. This dude be eating crawfish, crawdaddy. He eats the whole daggone thing, head, everything. I'm like, you a nasty.
Of the crawdad? He eats the whole crawdad, the shell?
Yeah, everything. He chews it up, then he either swallows it or he like spits out like whatever he chewed up, like whatever he didn't.
Oh, he tries to get the juices. He wants to get the juices out of it.
The way stuck to that head. I'm like, yo, that is mad sus, bro. No way.
Nah, it's too much. What they're doing is well, again, it don't matter. I don't care about all that. But I'm gonna tear that tail off. Yeah, that's right. But I'm gonna tear that tail off, and I am gonna eat the tail that crawdad. That's 100% gonna happen. And
Leo
then
sent me a video. Almost, it's your turn. And he sent me a video of people eating balut. I was like, you're crazy.
Balut, yeah. I've eaten it. I've eaten the very first time I ate it, and you know what? Flip can say whatever he want. If I also go get 100 people who have never tasted balut and get 100 people that never tasted malt vinegar, 75 to 80% would say balut is way more disgusting than malt vinegar, bro.
That, you know what?
Oh,
Try, you
heck
bring
no.
up a good point. This man eats balut, but he won't eat malt vinegar. I don't eat neither one. So
well, but let me show you the difference. Let me show you that balut can get you sick. Vinegar can't get you sick unless you drink it. Because
the way you put on that fish, you might as well say you was drinking it.
Well, might as well say, but he's still not drinking it. But you can might as well say that.
Yeah, get that malt vinegar out of there.
Bro, and then you tell me you
gotta try balut though, man.
I've already eaten balut. I've eaten a few of them, bro. The first one almost made me throw up because it tastes like it's rotten in a way.
Oh God, stop, please.
Oh, I ain't lying, bro. I ain't lying, bro. It's an acquired. So I was like, hold on.
Yeah, you are.
I was like, hold on.
You tripping.
I was like, hold on. Let me do it again. And then you can feel the feathers in your mouth, bro. It's very weird. It's weird. Yeah. And you feel the little feet, bro. You got crunch on the little feet.
You liar, bro.
Oh my God.
No, I'm serious. The little wing, the little wings, the little feet.
Trot is exaggerating.
No, what? Bro, hey, the wings and the feet are kind of crispy because of the bones on the
You're
inside.
exaggerating, bro.
Yeah, my bad. Describe the feathers. Hey, describe the feathers on a balut. Let me hear it. Flip.
Don't worry about it.
I bet, yeah. Guys, you hear that? You won't feel of that feather going down your throat. Don't worry about it.
Hey, your wife is Latino, right? Right, Flip? Your wife is Latino?
Yes, sir.
Have you made her eat balut?
Yeah.
Has she made balut?
No, she refuses.
I bet.
And so she's on the right path.
I bet she does. I bet she does. Hey, what does she think? Hey,
We
Flip,
get into it when
Flip,
it comes to that.
Flip, what does she think about malt vinegar?
Yeah.
Flip.
I don't.
To try. Okay, listen. Tell her to try it. Just don't put as much as I put on yours.
Heck no, I'm not gonna tell her to try it.
No, tell her. What?
Like it because they
probably like
like
it.
stuff like vinegary stuff, hot stuff. You know, hot stuff is nothing but a whole bunch of vinegar, really.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Apple cider vinegar is better.
Yeah, but it's still vinegar, bro.
Malt vinegar and fries.
Do what?
Do what?
Malt vinegar and fries.
Yeah. Anything that's fried goes awesome with malt vinegar.
Absolutely.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude. Yeah, but it goes so good with fried fish. Ain't that right, Flip?
Well, I know one thing. I don't think you can get me to eat no balut though, bro. Real talk. If you give me a balut, I'm gonna open that thing up and I'm gonna fry that thing. I'm gonna cook it with some Lowry seasoning, and then I might eat it. Then it has to be really crispy. I'm not gonna eat that slimy, half-born, rotten duck. You're crazy,
bro. You gotta
Ain't no
try
way.
it once, bro. You gotta try it one time.
I'm Gucci, bro. Mm-mm.
No, you're not Gucci until you try it one time. Then you be Gucci.
Trust me. Who wants explosive diarrhea, bro? For what? Like, I'm cool. Like, I don't want that.
That didn't happen to me, bro. That didn't happen to me. Look, the first time I ate it, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It smells like a rotten. It smells rotten kind of to me.
What do you mean? That thing is rotten.
No, it's not. It's boiled, bro. Rotten. It just.
Some of them put them underground for a couple of days, bro.
Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, yeah. No, you're right. So the ones that are like not eaten right away, that's what I'm talking about. So I ate one of those and it just had like a rotten smell almost, bro. Anyway, So I ate that bad boy, and the feathers, I was like, oh, I just don't know if that texture. I like hairy
You
food.
probably got a rotten one.
No, yeah, I was like hairy food. I was like, I don't know. So okay, so I ate that one. Let me finish. So I ate that one, and my buddy was like, oh no, something was wrong with that one, and I'm like, yeah, obviously, bro, and it just put this nasty taste. And he's like, we'll get another one later. So I think there was cotton candy around. I put like about 4 pounds of cotton candy in my mouth. Like, I'll have that kind of hairy food, cotton candy, if you want to talk about hairy food. But I was like, I don't know about that. So we waited like maybe 4 or 5 hours. So we went to another place and got another one. And I was smelling the heck out of it, like trying to make sure that thing wasn't like sour or whatever. And this one, I can barely smell anything that was remotely close to the other one. So I ate this one, and like I said, the little feet were crunchy, little wings were crunchy. It was like, it's kind of weird. Anyway, so I ate it. I was like, man, I just don't understand. Like, what's the point? I don't get the point. Like, man, maybe if you're poor and that's all you got, like, okay, I get it, but I just don't understand. Anyway, the next day, we went to a different place, and that one was like the first one, just kind of had a weird smell. So I've eaten a few of them, bro. And man, I don't know. I just couldn't see myself doing that as dinner once a week, man. I don't know. I tried.
Listen, bro, you get misunderstood and Nina to go ahead and eat one of those things, then I'll try it. You get that.
Why you throwing? Hold on a second, bro. Why are you throwing everybody else in this, bro, with you, bro? No, bro, it's just you, bro. Why are you throwing everybody else? You
eating a half cooked baby bird.
Because we're all one body.
Some juice.
Because we're all one body.
We're all one body.
Coming through. Came through. Yes.
And they flip.
Hey, so
if you ate it, I already ate it.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? Hey, Dre's like, you know what? When we ate that, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, CJ. Hey, listen, CJ in the chat. Yeah, we already ate it.
Yeah, we ate it. I mean, it's all right. We did good. Yeah, no. Heck yeah. Let me see.
Part of me actually almost threw up when we ate it, but
Yeah, we.
Sorry.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
We tried it. It wasn't really good, and then later, the last time, it was all right.
Yeah, we made it work. We did.
Listen, I like my food cooked, man. At the end of the day, that thing got to be cooked, bro. I ain't trying to hear none of this half cooked stuff. Unless it's a steak, I ain't trying to hear it, bro. I ain't trying to hear it. Nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And you catch, like, the birds be having diseases and stuff. They be having, like, salmonella. Like, you can't even eat chicken breast without it being cooked all the way. You can eat a half-cooked duck. No, thank you.
Yeah. But it's not really half-cooked, bro. It's like, it's really, it's pretty much fully cooked, bro. I think what it is in America, you open up an egg, bro, you're expecting to see, what an egg is, the liquid egg, the egg white, the yolk. That's what you're expecting to see. But instead of people seeing that, they see a little balled up chicken. They're like, oh, I mean, I'm like, man, put that thing in my mouth. Let me see that. And I was like, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
That's why Jesus. That's why Jesus is our burnt offering, because he's cooked.
Because he's cooked. That's why we cook our food. Yeah, he's cooked.
The lamb was cooked all the way. It was boiled all the way through, bro. It wasn't no halfway boiled. Nah,
yeah,
bro. You put some frankincense and myrrh on that bad boy.
Yeah, but I tried all that, man, and then I went from one place to another place. We'll just put it that way. And I saw a cow. I couldn't even believe this place had a cow. But they had one, and sad thing is I could see all the bones on it, and I didn't have time to fatten it up. So I just tied a rope legs, threw it in the tree, stuck it in this aorta, and short period of time, all the red liquid stuff was out, and I biscuit up that bad boy. Let's just put it that way. I brought it back home. I cut one of them briskets off, Took the rest of the day. The sad thing is I had to use palm grove wood to smoke the brisket. So let's just say it didn't 100% taste like a pecan smoked brisket.
Yeah, that probably tastes a little bit weird.
Palm grove, bro. But oh yeah. Oh, you want to talk about smoke, man? Boy, jeez. That smoke ring was like freaking, a smoke ring's supposed to be about like a 1/4 inch thick or smaller. Freaking 4-inch smoke ring. I'm like, God, no. I'm like, is there even a smoke ring? Oh, the smoke ring's got a smoke ring. It doubled over. It double smoked. That bad boy, man. That's funny. Yeah. But, all right, where we at, man? What were we talking about yesterday? We had Love come in here yesterday. He said he's been up here before. He was.
I think Nina had a question, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
no,
yeah?
It was Christian. Christian had a question, but he's not here.
Oh,
Bruh.
Hold on a minute. Hold on, bruh.
What, bruh?
Hold on, bruh.
What?
Dude, bruh, that's crazy.
Told you, bro.
Let me make it bigger.
What in the world?
Nah, bro.
Hold on, let me make it bigger.
No.
It's already bigger.
No, it's not. Hold on. Oh, yeah,
That's
it
as
is.
big
My
as
bad.
You can make it, all right?
Hey, stop. Hey, stop moving around. Hey, CJ, can you kind of get on one of them and just leave it there for a second so somebody can see?
I can't.
Nah, cuz. I'm sorry. That is not cooked, cuz. No way. That
No,
looks
it's
slimy, bro.
boiled, bro. It's boiled. Look at that one. The head. Look at that one. Hey, look at that one. The head coming out. Hey, I'm not done.
Nina, you eating one of them?
Y'all comedy.
That is so gross. This is called balut.
Balut,
comedy,
yeah.
bro.
This is balut.
Nah, cuz. No way. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Filipino chow.
GBs. Nah,
That's
bro.
what it says.
Good.
That's so
Y'all
gross.
tripping. CJ,
Yeah. Well, like I said, I tried it.
Make your wife eat it.
Huh?
I said, if we trip and make your wife eat it, Flip.
Yeah, Flip, you tripping.
All right, yeah, I'll make her eat it. Watch.
That video. You better make a video. Make a video, bro.
You see what Sissy said? Sissy said, oh, poor babies.
Who's a Cincy? I'm gonna make my heifer eat one of them. I'm gonna bring one home.
I bet you won't. I bet she'll probably eat it for that couch. If you bribe her with that couch, she might eat it.
I don't know. You know what? She wild enough. She might eat 2 of them for that couch, bro. I ain't lying.
It'll cost you $1,000 for the video.
Bro, that sucker was $1,000. Bro, I'm thinking that this weird couch is gonna be like $200-300, bro. $1,000. Are you got to be kidding me for that? Man, stop. Man. Oh man.
I think Trump more Jew than I am.
Why? No, I told you. Hey,
cheap, man.
No, I told you.
$1,000 couch. Man.
No, I know, but
what? That's the whole. Listen. That's the whole reason you wear them tore up socks and tore up drawers so that you can.
Nah. Hey, nah, seriously. Hey, but like I said, after that one day that you talked about, right? That one important event in my life, after that event, bro, I swear I woke up better in numbers. I was better with numbers the next day.
I know. I bet you.
Hey, I woke. Hey, listen. I woke up with glasses, paper in my pocket, and a pencil in my hand. I woke up, sat up, just started doing mathematical equation. My wife's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm just feeling it."
You sat on the couch. You was like, I smell pennies. There's pennies right here.
Yeah.
Going through the couch finding pennies. Levi's so bad, boy. Levi can't see it.
Hey, Cornerstone. You doing a UPS run after the live? Better not. I better not be doing that.
He's talking about you, bro. He's talking about your outfit.
What? CJ, you in the wall? What?
Nah, he's talking about your outfit. I probably have my mic covered. My bad.
Oh,
He's
my
talking about your
outfit? Oh, what's
It
wrong?
looks like you got a UPS shirt.
Oh, UPS. I thought they wear brown.
UPS.
I thought they were brown.
It looks brown on the camera.
Oh, does it? Oh no, it's OD green. It's the same color as my hat.
They definitely. They both look very brown.
He said they both look very brown. Big Ops Trot, you have a job? No, I'm retired, buddy. Well, I mean, I do have several like my own business jobs, but I'm retired. I'm retired. I tell people all the time, oh man, get out of here. I tell people all the time, if you know, about time you're about 30, if you have not figured out how to make some passive income about time you're 30, you have been focused on too many other things. Like something should have been attracting that attention. Like so to manipulate pews. I do that. I teach people Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I'm a personal trainer. I still do that. That's why I get up at 4:00 every morning, 3:30, because I'm going to the gym with personnel, and I sell firewood. So retired and literally have a full-time job. So there's no excuses. No excuses.
What you're trying to say for people over 30 then without passive income?
I'm trying to say, get there. Get there. That's what I'm trying to say. Get there. There's no reason, no excuses.
You got to have capital to start a business.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You can have a trade. You can have a trade. You can have a trade. So when I went into the service, I was taught everything that I'm teaching. I was taught. I became a master at very specific things. Look, you're not going to be able to be a master at everything. It's almost impossible. But you can get really good at a lot of things, and you can become excellent at some of those things and become a master in even a smaller portion. But as long as you can master something, that means you're excellent at other things, and that means you're really good at a lot more things. Well, guess what? If you're really good and excellent at stuff, you can make money off of it, period. So, you know, I mean, there's no other way around it. That's a fact. People will pay because you're good or excellent at whatever the I don't care if you learn how to do underwater basket weaving. People will pay you to do it. So there is a field out there for everybody. So that's why I'm saying if you're already at least 30, now and if you have kids, let me make sure I throw that out there. If you're a woman and you had kids before you were 30, I'll give you a pass, but not a long one, but I'll give you a pass. I'll give you a pass. So I got lots of women in my family. They all got kids. I've seen it. It's a job on itself. 100%. Now, that doesn't mean you still can't, you know, start another little thing on the side. I'm just saying it's having kids is time. I don't have to have kids to know that. Like all my friends, family, I call them. I didn't have kids. I call them up. Hey, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to do this. They're going to be like, nah, I'm good. What do you mean? Okay. I call another person. Hey, I'm about to be over there. No, not I'm about to be over there. Hey, y'all coming over? Yeah, we'll get there eventually. I mean, there's just this pattern that you finally pick up this pattern and realize, man, what's wrong? Is something wrong with me? How come nobody wants to hang out? And it's not that. It's just that when you have kids, you can't just put on your shorts and hop in your vehicle and go. You can't. You got to do this and you got to do that. You got to do this and you got to do that. And you're over here like, what is taking them so long? Oh, well, because when you got the kid completely fully dressed, they got to go to the potty now. So now you got to take them to the potty. And I mean, you just hear these stories that they tell and you're like, oh my God. Like if you want to be somewhere at 10 in the morning, you got to get up at 3:30, you know, because maybe by 7 or 8, y'all might be ready. I mean, it's crazy. It's bananas. It's bananas, 100%. So people are like, well, you don't understand. No. If you're around 50 people and they all have kids, you'll understand. Okay. You don't have to live it. You'll understand. You'll understand 100% because you see it. then you got to ask yourself. Oh, I just seen question marks. So whoever put them up, I'm sorry, I'm going back. Jennifer, what's up?
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, CJ was just tagging me saying we're still on handsome and goodly. We're in Job. CJ, you're gonna have to give the address again. I can't find it.
Alex had a question, FYI.
It's Job.
It's Dre, you see those comments?
13. And yeah, Alex did have a question.
Oh. My brother said, nah, you might understand 50%, but knowing is half the battle.
Oh, jeez.
He knows I'm talking about him too. Him, my other brother. I'm like, hey, y'all ready? Let's go. They're like, bro, no, we're almost at kid 2, bro. Calm down. I'm like, kid, what are we talking about? Just come on, just grab him. No, bro, you can't just grab him, bro. Oh, bro. He said, but knowing is half the battle. Yay. What was that? Knowing is half the battle.
Abe Lincoln said.
No, but they put it in the movie. All right. I'm sorry. I got distracted. I apologize. Let's see. Okay, who had a question or what? Or what was going on? What'd you say, CJ? No, CJ, you were saying something.
Alex.
Oh, Alex, what's up?
Alex had a question.
Alex, what's up? Send it.
I was reading 1 Corinthians again this morning, and in chapter 6, verse 3, it says, do you not know that we shall judge angels? And the word judge in Greek is krino, which means to rule over or govern.
Yeah, what about it?
So I was wondering, like, what, I was just wondering what that verse, like, if we could go into that verse a bit more, or...
Give me the address again.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians.
And I understand it's about fallen angels as well, because scriptures, it teaches that fallen angels will be judged by God as well.
Yeah, okay, so you said 1 Corinthians chapter 6. What verse was it again?
Verse 3.
Verse 3. Yeah, so, all right. So remember, this is Paul writing to the church of Corinth, and it's a long letter. And in 4, let me see. No. 4. Therefore, judging nothing before time, puffed up, one against another. Okay, so 4, look what he says in 4. I'll start at 5. It says, therefore, judge nothing before the time until the Lord come, who both will bring the light to the hidden things of darkness, and it will make manifest the counsels of the hearts, and then shall every man have praise of God. And these things, brethren, I have in a figure transferred to myself and to Apollos for your sakes, that ye might learn in us not to think of men above that which is written, that no one of you be puffed up for one against another. For who maketh thee to differ from another? And what hast thou that thou didst not to receive? Now, if thou didst receive it, why dost thou glory, as if thou hadst not received it? Now ye are full, now ye are rich, ye have reigned as kings without us, and I would to God ye did reign, that we also might reign with you. So Paul is making it real clear, basically like, why are you bragging about how much you know when you know that it's given to you, is what Paul is saying. But when you look at what he says right here, where he says, puffed up another again. He said, puffed up for one against another. For who maketh thee the differ? Oh, that's not the part. So
basically, I was asking, like, do we have authority over angels?
Yeah, no, I'm chapter. I'm trying to show you Paul's mindset before he gets to 6. You understand? Alex?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry about
yeah,
that.
no, you're good. So just remember, this is a long letter. So just because they're in chapters doesn't mean you compartmentalize the chapter away from the rest of the letter. I'm just showing you what he's talking about before he gets to 6, right? So in 4, he's talking about how the church, remember, he's talking to the people. And he's like, hey, guys, like, if God gave you wisdom, don't brag about being wise, because it's not like you made it up yourself. You didn't make it up yourself. That's what we were talking about yesterday when I was talking about how someone will take a truth that another person says, they'll share it, but they won't be honest about where they got it. And they'll use verses like this. Say, see, you're not supposed to puff up people, and you're not supposed to. And yesterday we were talking about just, telling people, thank you, I appreciate it, and things like that. And it's nothing wrong to do that. What Paul is saying is, here they're puffed up and arguing with each other when both of the parties both got their information from somewhere else, like from another person, or even if it came from the Spirit, it still had to be given. Period, is all Paul is saying. And he says right here, actually, let me move on to 5. I don't have to break down 4, but he's pointing out another thing, like, hey guys, you don't have to be this way. Okay. All right. So we get to 5, and then 5, he starts talking about, I think, judgment. Let me see. Verily I say, yeah. So, okay. So 5:3 says, for I verily, as absent in the body, but present in the spirit, have already, as though I were present concerning him that hath done such. So this is the one where the guy is having relations with his stepmom, okay? And he's talking about, I think where he says, 11, deliver one up to Satan, your glory is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. Okay, so he's talking about, look, guys, y'all are puffed up. Y'all need to calm down. Hey, and this thing I'm hearing about this one guy, guys, that needs to stop. So then after he talks about this, and he's talking about judgment in 5, that, you're going to be judged for these kind of things. He brings up the fact that they start suing each other, right? So in 6:1, he says, dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust, saying that the system is an unjust system. He says, and not before the saints. So, because he even says in here, like, y'all can't handle this yourself. He says, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall judge by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much that pertain to this life? If then ye have judgments of things pertaining to this life, set them to judge who were leadest esteem in the church. I speak to your shame. Is it so that there is not a wise man among other, and that before the unbelievers? Now therefore there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law one with another. Why do ye not rather take wrong? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Nay, ye do wrong and defraud, and that your brethren. So he's like, why are you not just taking the wrong? Like, how come that it's like he's saying, look, 2 of y'all are in disagreement. Obviously, both of y'all cannot get your way. So how come one of you are not wise enough to say, hey, let's settle this matter, and I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit. I'll take the wrong. So let's say two people go into business together, like I'll do like the log splitting, and we need to buy a new log splitter. So me and another person goes 50-50. We go 50-50 in the log splitter, and the log splitter breaks, and we start blaming each other. So now, because we're blaming each other, we now we don't even have a business, because instead of having wisdom that, you know what, if I say, hey, don't worry about it, I'm going to buy the next log splitter. Don't worry about it. If I was to do that and say, don't worry about it, I'm going to pay for the next log splitter. Do you not know that wisdom alone would cause that person to want to work harder at their job? Not like a mind game. They just would appreciate that you didn't bother them about that. You took the hit, bro, and there was no argument. That kind of wisdom. That's what Paul. That's the kind of wisdom that he's talking about. How come none of you know how to do this? It's not easy. If a log splitter cost, let's say $5,000, I'm just throwing that number out there, and both of y'all put $2,500 in a log splitter, and then within a few months, which means y'all didn't even make $1,000 on wood yet. Off that log splitter is what I'm saying. So that thing was supposed to help you make money, but it put you in a hole, $2,500, because you only got to use it for 3 months. So one person says, hey, you know what, man, screw that. I'm going to go buy another one. And so you go buy another one, and that one doesn't break for 5 years. And now y'all made a lot of money. You told that guy, don't even worry about it. Let's just make some money. It's not easy to do, but sometimes, bro, it's better to take that hit than to let something escalate that's going to ruin the business, ruin your friendship. And that's what Paul is saying. You're taking these matters to the law. The law's not on your side. They can't wait to put you in jail anyway because you're a Christian. He's like, so you're going to go unjust system? They're going to be unjust. It would be better for you to use the of law so you don't offend the other person. That's the system that we're supposed to be using. And Paul is saying all that because he's like, don't you know we're going to judge angels? He's getting straight to the jugular. Like, if you don't know how to judge these small matters here, what kind of judge are you going to be? He's saying you need to start taking advantage of understanding the system that we're in. And the system that we're in is for judging angels. So where's your wisdom at? So he's actually calling them out pretty terribly, to be honest with you. And so people will say, well, where's Paul getting the idea that we're going to judge angels? Well, where do you think he got it? He got it from the Old Testament. Does anybody know where? Does anybody know where Paul got where did Paul get the idea that we're going to judge angels?
Enoch.
Enoch? That's the answer? That's it?
No, I don't know.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know?
Psalm 82.
All right, read it. Read it. No?
Nina, you gonna read it?
Psalm something. Nina, I heard you say Psalms. Maybe she's busy.
I'm here. Sorry, Psalm 82.
Where at?
Standard, I don't know. That was what Bill said. Hold on.
I got Psalms 82 up if you want me to read it.
Yeah, but is there a specific verse?
Maybe that I had said ye are gods and all you, it's, 82:6. I had said ye are gods and all you are children of the Most High. Bill?
I was going with those answers.
Yeah. Okay. Does anybody know? I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying, does anybody know where did Paul get the idea that we were going to judge angels? Does anybody know? Hulk, you got a bad echo. Sounds like you're in your vehicle or something. Or maybe you're Bluetoothing in your truck or car or whatnot.
Or do you mean like what verse in the Bible, like, does it say that Paul says to judge angels?
Well, again, listen to the way I'm asking it. Where did he get the idea? Where did he get this from in the Bible? That's what I'm asking.
That I don't know. All I know it's in 1 Corinthians 6:3, but I don't know where he got it from.
Yeah, but he's the one that wrote it. So where did he get it from? So right. So Paul calls Jesus the last Adam. Where did he get that from? Paul says that Sarah and Hagar are mountains. Where did he get that from? Right? You see what I'm saying? Because when we read about it, Paul is writing it. But where did Paul get this from? He got it from the scriptures. That's where he got all this from, bro. He wasn't just hanging out at the house and then like the Matrix, God is like downloading truths. No. He got into the Old Testament, dug into it, and he started understanding what he was reading. So when Paul says, know you not that we're going to judge angels. So what?
Jude 6? Question mark?
I don't know. Read it.
Jude 6?
Read it.
Whoa.
Read
I don't
it.
think that's... Wait, that's not Old Testament, though.
No, it's not.
In Isaiah 24, 21, 22.
All right, read it.
On the day the Lord... Let me just make sure I'm reading the KJV. Isaiah 22, 23. So it says in 24 to 25, they will hang on him all the glory in the Father's house, the offspring and the posterity, all vessels of small quantity, from the cups to all pitchers. In that day, says the Lord, the peg that is fastened in the secure place will be removed and be cut down and fall. And the burden that was on it will be cut off, says the Lord, for the Lord has spoken.
Okay.
Isaiah 24. Sorry, that was the wrong chapter.
Did you read it?
I'm like, where in the world? I'm like, where are we at now? Where are we at?
Wait,
24, 21.
did you read verse 21?
21 to
22.
21.
That's what you read?
No, I was reading chapter 22 by accident. It's meant to be chapter 24.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, read the right one.
21 and 22.
It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord will punish on high the whole of exalted ones, and on the earth the kings of the earth. They will be gathered together as prisoners, and as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and will be shut up in the prison. After many days, they will be punished.
You can read the last verse too. It's just one more verse.
Then the moon will be disgraced, and the sun ashamed. The Lord of hosts will reign on Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, and before his elders gloriously. So that's Isaiah 24, chapter 24, verse 22 to 21 to 24. Sorry,
Okay.
I just...
Also, Cincy put something in the chat that it's Psalms 49:14. Going up a little bit, it says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beast that perish. This Their way is their folly, yet their posterity approve their saying, Salah. Like sheep, they are laid in the grave. Death shall feed on them, and the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning, and their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling.
Okay. So what about it?
Well, it says that the upright will have dominion over them. So
Okay, over what? All right, so the upright will have dominion over them. So show me where the them is. What's the them?
anything wicked, I would assume, would be what we have dominion over.
Okay,
Anything
but we're
that
talking about,
denies
okay,
Christ.
yeah, I get that, but we're talking about angels specifically. Not that verse is not, the verse ain't saying anything wrong, but where did Paul get the idea that we were judged angels? Where did he get the idea from?
Well, didn't, a third of the stars fall from heaven? I see that as the angels that fell with Satan, because he also, this is debatable, I don't know, was a star.
Yeah, but where did he get the idea that we would judge them?
Is it the garden
Where?
with Adam given dominion?
Okay, but then Satan took dominion.
Yeah.
So where did Paul get the idea that we would judge them?
Isn't it the seed?
Hold on, let me say this. Himalaya, you don't get to say a whole book and say that's my vote. She's like the book of Daniel.
It's gonna throw audience.
What verse? What verse are you talking about, Himalaya? She's like, Genesis. She's being like Jesse right now. Jesus, like Jesse. Obviously, that's the answer. We need to find the work.
It's in the Bible.
Yeah, it's in the Bible.
We can go home now.
I'm playing it safe, obviously. All right, somebody, Cornerstone said Daniel 7:22. Somebody go read Daniel 7:22. I knew somebody was going to throw Daniel 7 out there. Duh. Daniel 7. Maybe Daniel 9-ish?
Daniel 7-ish?
No, 7. Daniel 7, 20, 22. So I read that.
It says, until the Ancient of Days come, and a judgment was made in favor of the saints of the Most High, and the time came for the saints to possess the kingdom.
All right, so it says the saints will possess the kingdom. That's what it says. The saints would possess it. All right. So that's part of the answer. So yeah, some of the answer. So the answer to, just so you know, is Paul used the entire Old Testament to understand this. Notice how everybody's kind of looking for a verse. Everybody's kind of looking for a verse. So because you keep compartmentalizing the whole Bible. Listen, it's here little, there little, precept upon precept. So a truth only becomes a truth because you're starting to see it in so many different ways, but yet it's not saying the thing that you're looking for. So it doesn't say very specifically, and all the people that receive Christ as their Savior will be judging the angels at this time, around this date, at this hour. Bro, it doesn't say it like that. Paul's saying it because it is revealed. But it's revealed here a little, there a little. It's revealed throughout the whole Bible that there is a difference. So when the angel that had a quote unquote argument with Satan, it said that he didn't rebuke Satan, but he said, the Lord rebuke you, right?
Sir.
Okay, so why didn't, does anybody remember the angel's name?
Michael.
Yeah. So why didn't he rebuke Satan?
He didn't want to be wrong.
Doesn't have the authority.
Right. He doesn't have the authority to do it. He doesn't have the authority. Authority was given to us. So if he doesn't have the authority to do it, but we have the authority to speak to Satan a different way, and the verse that we just read in Daniel, and verses that I can show you in Jeremiah and Isaiah, verses that I can throughout the whole Bible, here a little, there a little, the picture starts being painted. And Paul knew, oh. And then we got 1 John 4:17, as he is, so are we in this world. Again, but oh, my bad. Let me get out of the New Testament because we're talking about Paul. How did Paul know what he said? But he saw all these things in the Old Testament, and he knew that we were it. We are the thing. We are the temple. That's why he said, know you not that ye are the temple? And the only reason why he called us the temple is because he understood that our heart is Eden. He would have not have called us the temple unless there was a place that God was going to dwell. And what place is God dwelling in if it's not man's heart? You understand? The Holy of Holies. Right? So the Bible here, there's not a specific verse. It's everywhere. It shows the difference between a man and an angel. It doesn't have to say it. If you study the Bible enough, you can see they are different. And because they're different, Paul was able to say, well, what kind of difference? Well, the same kind of difference that an angel is not going to rebuke, but then tells us that greater things shall we do because Father. So he's trying to show us that we are as he is. Therefore, we have authority, just like Moses did with the rod, because it's no longer a physical rod, but a iron rod. So if we're the ones that hold the iron rod, which is Christ, and the Bible tells us in so many ways, because of everything that happened, that God was going to judge everything, my friend, we are the kings that's going to judge. It's us, period. So Paul is saying something that is not the verse that Paul says, oh, we're going to judge angels. Paul said so. I'm telling you, when you don't backtrack and try to find how Paul knew that, you're still not seeing the Bible the way Paul sees it. Ask yourself, how is Paul seeing this Old Testament? You need to ask, God has just not downloaded information from him without him meditating over the scriptures, man. No, I don't know who thinks that's happening. He is meditating over the scriptures that he has. We're supposed to meditate on it. That's exactly what Paul was doing. Paul was meditating on the word, and he received revelation. And then he starts saying things that even Peter said, he says things that's too hard to understand. That's because Paul knew more word than these guys. I'm sorry, but he was a Pharisee of Pharisees. So even though that he put in a lot of hard work to get this knowledge, none of that work got it. Think about it. He went to school, seminary, over and over. He went to all these things, and none of it helped him see the word. None of it did. All it did was help him memorize scripture, which God used for his glory. God used it, the fact that he memorized scripture. So then when he meets Jesus, he goes back and starts meditating over the word with Jesus in mind now. And now he understands what he's reading and starts saying profound stuff. That we're going to judge angels. Oh, man, that know you not the year, the temple. What? Where did he get that from? It matters. It matters to go back, look at the profound statements that Paul made and quit looking at them like they're just a truth because Paul said it. Don't look at it like that. Ask yourself, where did Paul get this truth from? and then reverse engineer it. Go back with that question in your mind. Where would he have gotten this? And it loves questions. Spirit will answer. The Spirit will answer when you ask. All right, Alex, man, we good on that one or what?
Yeah. I just I understand obviously the revelation came from knowing the scripture.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering, do we have authority over all angels, or only over fallen angels?
No, it'll be over. No, it'll be over all angels.
That's basically my question.
Yeah, no, it'll be over all angels. No angel is going to sit in authority. No. Mm-mm. Now, not all angels are fallen. So, right, but the authority is just not to the ones that are fallen. The fact that we have authority over them at all is the whole point, right? So, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we? Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Let's see.
Handsome and goodly.
All right. Where are we at there, CJ?
Job 39:13.
All right. Let's go. All right. Job 39. What? Thirteen. All right. Let's see. Job 39:13. All right. Gavest thou, okay, so 13 by itself says, gavest thou the goodly wings or wing feathers unto the, right? And so in 41, he talks about, I think, the Leviathan. So 40, does he talk about the behemoth in 40? Or is that... Okay. I thought it was 39 or 40. Maybe not. Maybe it's 38. I don't know. I thought it was 40, dude. I really did. 39. Yeah, it is 40. All right. So in 40, God talks 41, he talks about the Leviathan. And it's important to know what he's referring to there. But before he talks about the behemoth, 38. All right, so 39 he says, and then 13 is the verse that we're at. So let's just start at 1. Matter of fact, could somebody read Job 39, probably 1 through 20? Let's just look at that. Who can read? Anybody? No? Nobody can read?
I can read.
All right. Job 39, 1 through 20.
She might have just been stating that she can read, like she knows how. I'm just kidding.
I think she might have got a phone call. I can read it if she's bit okay. 39:1. Knowest thou the time when the wild goats of the rock bring forth, or canst thou mark when the hinds do calf? Canst thou number the months that they fulfill, or knowest thou the time when they bring forth? They bow unto they bow themselves, they bring forth their young ones, they cast out their sorrows. Their young ones are in good liking. They grow up the corn, they go forth and return not unto them. Who hath sent out the wild ass free? Or who hath loosed the bands of the wild ass? Whose house I have made the wilderness, and the barren land his dwellings. He scorneth the multitude of the city, neither regardeth he the crying of the driver. The range of the mountains is his pasture, and he searcheth after every green thing. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee, or abide by thy crib? Canst thou bind the unicorn with his band in the furrow? Or will he harrow the valleys after thee? Wilt thou trust him, because his strength is great? Or wilt thou leave thy labor to him? Wilt thou believe him, that he will bring home phone call? Let me just start at 11 again. Wilt thou trust him, because his strength is great? Or wilt thou leave thy labor to him? Wilt thou believe him, that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into the barn? Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they are not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. What time she lifted up herself on high, she scorneth the horse and his rider. Hast thou given the horse strength? Hast thou clothed his neck with thunder? Canst thou make him afraid as a grasshopper? The glory of his nostrils is terrible.
All right, so he starts. And if you haven't heard me talk about the two types of horses in the Bible, you'll see one is talking about a just an animalistic animal only. And this other horse is a warrior horse, and it's described completely different, because God is referring to man. Okay, but I wanted to go all the way to 20 because I wanted to make sure that we started at the top and go all the way to the bottom when it starts talking about the peacock and the peacock's wings, right? So in 13 it says, talking to Job, right? Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or the wings of feathers unto the ostrich? So somebody go look up, CJ, you there? Or is Flip's gone already? CJ, you there or what?
Yeah, I'm still driving.
Oh, are you? Okay. Who can look up Hebrew right now? Anybody? Y'all gonna make me do it? All right. I'll do it then.
What you need,
homeboy. All right, so Job 39, verse 13, it says, "Gavest thou the goodly wings?" I want to look up the goodly wings, and then I want to look up the other wings and feathers unto the ostrich. I want to look up all of it so we can see something here. Yeah.
Okay, Job 29 what?
Job 39, 13.
The feathers is 51:33.
The feathers for unto an ostrich.
Plumage.
39:13.
Hold on. Yeah, 39, right? Gavest thou goodly wings unto the peacock.
Yeah, so look
right?
look up goodly and wings first though.
Okay.
Yeah. If I told you backwards, my bad.
Wave proudly.
Do what?
It's coming up wave proudly.
Okay, let me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right there. In English, the wings of the ostrich wave proudly.
I don't know why we keep talking about ostrich. Look, it says, "Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacock?" That wings. I want to start at the beginning of the verse, not at the end.
Okay, 3671.
All right, what is it? Let me ask you this: are both wings? There's two wings in verse 13. Are they both the same word?
I'm gonna look at it again.
All right, you're gonna make me look at it. We'll just do it together.
No, well, the other one doesn't show the other one. When I'm looking at it up in the Hebrew,
Yeah,
I go to the parallel Hebrew, and it doesn't. The first one is 6173.
the first one. So the first one has a number.
Yeah.
So it says, "Gavest thou the." Huh?
Look at this truck. This little Satan tried to come in my. You little dirty thing, you.
It looks like
It's a bull snake.
Yeah, bull
they
snake.
Be biting my kids. Yeah, they be harassing the chickens and
You already stepped on it?
And the rabbits. Yeah, I'm stepping on his head right now. Little dirty dog.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Don't let
I stepped on it pretty good, man.
Yeah, you better start twisting.
No, I already did. Look, she thinks she's gonna do something. Get out of here. You a day late in the
No, you know
store.
what she's gonna do is she's gonna grab it and pull it out from under your leg.
Yep. Oh, she did.
I knew it. That's what they do.
It's done for them. All right, get out of here. Get out of here.
Put a rock on that head and
Leave
step on it.
Hey, go inside. Hey, you think it's a toy?
Yep.
Watch out. This ain't no toy. Yeah, it's a nice size one.
Yeah.
Watch out, kisses.
That thing still bites your butt though.
I'm gonna put it in the trash can. Scare the trash guy.
You're gonna scare the trash guy, bro. He gonna make that dude. Hey, you know what? I bet he's gonna think it's a toy, bro.
Hey, I tell you what, bro. That daggone thing scared me because I came around the corner to put something in the trash and I jumped up. I almost jumped on top of the trash can. Okay, I had a 40-inch vert all of a sudden.
God, hey, you already got Duncan status.
Hey, bro, it scared me because I didn't see it there. I was just walking. I looked down. I almost jumped on the trash bin, bro. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was something else, a rattler.
Yeah. Oh, well, no. Hey, no. Some of those bull snakes look like rattlers, bro. If you're not, I mean, if you just look at them at a glance, you think they are. Yeah, it'll make you think they are.
Actually, somebody in my neighborhood found a rattler, a diamond head, bro. So I've been kind of weird. Like I've been searching the property because I know Lena likes to play outside. I got to make sure we don't get none of those up in here.
Yeah, heck no.
But
yeah.
We get moccasins snakes out here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got them out here, bro.
Yeah, those are dangerous too.
Yeah, they are
very dangerous.
Yeah. Let me see.
Okay, the first one is 3671, and the next one is 84.
34. 34.
Man, I better get my glasses then.
I know. That's why you be reading some weird stuff. Let me see.
It's an 84 on mine too.
Oh,
yeah.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I might be wrong. Hold on. My bad. Let me go back.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Okay, well, it's 34. It's 34 in mine. So let me go to the 34 first. And then we'll go to the 84. So 34, it should be beyond Ebion.
Yeah, 84 is Ebion.
All right.
EBR.
All right, so let me go over 34 real quick. So 34 is Ebion, and it says in the sense of want, in feeling, destitute, needy. All right, so let me go to 84. Now the root word is talking about to breathe or to rest. So I can understand why I would say being needy. All right, so let's go to 84. All right, 84. Raw. And it just says from 83, which is just a feather or a wing. And then it says pinion. Okay. So now it's starting to talk about the pinion is the big part of the wing that helps the animal fly. And matter of fact, Bill, can you go to the story of Nebuchadnezzar where it says that his hair was going to grow back like feathers? I want to see if it's this word right here.
Hey, real quick, the first one that you were asking for, the wings, is 3671.
Yeah.
Canop. And that's wing, extremity, edged, wing, border. What's the other one I saw? There was a word. Extremity, skirt. Uttermost part. Uttermost. Or a quarter.
And look up Nebuchadnezzar, you said, right?
Yeah. In the book of Daniel, let me put this right here. Let me see if I can help you find it real quick. Oh, come on.
Daniel 4. Daniel 4.
Oh, is it 4?
Yeah. Should be.
Well, if it is, I'll find it. I'll know for a fact right here. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, "Bless it." Not okay. Yeah, let me see. 4. Here's 4. My bad. Yeah, that's 4. All right, and it says, "Dry him." All right, feathers. So the dew until his hair growed like feathers. So Daniel 4:30. I want to see is this word basically if it's number 80 something. I'm just curious because it says pinion in there. And I remember looking this up and it was described as pinion. I just want to know if it's the same word or not. Or basically just tell me what number that feathers is there in Daniel 4:33.
It's tied to H5403 eagles.
Not eagles, the word feathers.
Yeah, it's tied. Let me show you.
Okay, Cornerstone said it is the same word. All right, let me see what you got, CJ.
Yeah, but it's popping up 5403 for me.
Yeah, but what's the word? Hebrew word.
Yes.
Nisha.
Nisha. Let me go to.
This is what it looks like on the BLB when you look at feathers.
I'm back my computer. What's the verse we're looking at, Trent?
Daniel 4, verse 33. The word feathers. I want to know the number of that word.
That's why I was saying it was linked to like eagles because on here it's not showing. It only shows like. Does that make sense?
Like eagles is a phrase. It's H5403.
Yeah. Eagle feathers.
All right.
So feathers is not even it's not even a Hebrew word. Feathers. Like I guess it's just understood that it's when it talks about eagles, it's referring to the feathers and nails. Because there's no arrow up or down.
Yeah. Let me see something real quick.
It occurs only 2 times in the Strong's Hebrew. 5403.
5403.
Well, it also refers to it in the Hebrew Chaldean lexicon in Daniel 4:30 and 4:7. 4:33 and 4:7. So it's also we're at 4:30 right now. No, we're not at 4:30.
Yeah.
All right. We're in 433.
So 4:30 refers to that as well for some reason.
Yeah, but when you look it up, like when you get the description or definition for that word for eagle's feathers, does it have the word pinion in it?
Hold on, let me look.
Because that's what I remember.
So the root word goes to lacerate, large bird, prey, fool, Chaldean. So like eagles.
I don't see it there.
No. I don't know why.
Let me go back. Let me see. It's feathers, no style. No size, feathers, plumage, flying, pinion. So feathers is pinion.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
okay.
The word is not in that verse per se, but it's the word pinion, which is nosa, and it's in it would be H5133. So H5133 has to do with feathers, and it goes back to pinions.
Yeah.
So you got to dig a little deeper to get to it.
No, I remember digging to get an understanding because the pinions are the big feathers, bro. Like the ends of them that help a bird fly. It's like a thicker part of it. Not saying that the smaller ones don't have pinions, but I remember studying it and it just being a little different. All right, I just wanted to go.
The Native Americans put in their hats. They put the pinions in their hats.
Yeah, the big ones is the ones that help. It's on the actual wing itself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so. Oh yeah. You know, I used to not care if my picture was big until someone was like, "Hey, is there any way you can make your screen bigger so we can tap it?" I was like, "Oh yeah." You got that little bit. You only can use one little finger. You're like, dee. I was like, my bad. All right, so I just wanted. What's up?
In Job 39:13, right?
Yeah.
So the first one it gives 3671, and then the second one is 84.
Yep.
On the wings. But then the feathers is 2624.
Yeah, and give me the feather. How's describe it to me in Hebrew?
Let me see how it's described in Hebrew. That's a hard word to translate. Kashido. Kasido.
Okay.
Kasido.
Yeah, just give us the English though.
It says stork.
It says a stork.
It says stork or the kind maternal bird. That's all it says.
Yeah, a stork or a maternal bird.
Mm.
And then it also has in parentheses, in caps, Idiom, IDIOM, feathers of stork.
Okay, well then go look up ostrich then. Go look up the word ostrich.
That one's 5133.
So the feathers, hold on a second. The feathers in 13, it's going to have. So the wing is obviously talking about, gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich. Yeah, so what is, go over ostrich?
So it's note saw, H5133. Plumage, feathers, in the sense of flying, pinion. That's pretty much it.
In the sense of
Leviticus, that's in Leviticus 1:16.
Yeah.
That's ostrich at the end of Job 39:13 also.
Yeah. Which leaveth her eggs.
It said, yeah, in the sense of flying, and then it says opinion.
Yeah. So feathers. So look, leaves. Go ahead.
The feathers collectively in parentheses.
Yeah. So feathers and leaves on a tree both represent faith in the Bible. Okay, they do. And that's why when you go look at the feathers, the eagle feathers that it's talking about in the book of Daniel, where Nebuchadnezzar, it says his hair began to grow back like eagle's feathers. It's growing back. And so right here, it says, gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or the wings and feathers unto the ostrich. And in a way, it is referring to faith because it comes all the way down. So it's talking about horse, but the part that it's talking about, like the focus, it's hard to explain. It really is, but it says, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, because it's talking about an okay. It says, which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in dust, and forgotteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. Notice it starts talking about wild beast, and it starts talking about the foot may crush them. The part where it says she is hardened, right? Hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. So she doesn't have any fear because right here it's referring completely to the animal. Completely to the animal. It's talking about just an animal because it says right here, and then it starts talking about spiritual wisdom. Watch what it says. It says, because God hath deprived her of wisdom. So she doesn't have like understanding like men, like mankind. She doesn't have that understanding. It says, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. So the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of understanding. So when people talk about animals like having spirits and souls and going to heaven, they don't have that. There's just another verse right here that confirms that. They don't have, God did not give wisdom and understanding to other animals, but on purpose forgot about the peacocks and ostriches, bro. Okay? They don't have it. They don't have understanding. It says like a horse that's about to have relations with the female, it's not doing it for love, it's doing it based on instinct. So it's completely different. But it's just beautiful how it is because you have a choice on how you view what's being said. And it's just, it's so remarkable. He said, gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks for wings and feathers. And it's talking about pinions. And it says unto the ostrich. It literally is talking about faith. I bet you if I go study this even deeper, it's talking about, but it's faith.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, Psalm 68:13. It says, though ye have lain among the pots, yet shall ye be as the wings of a dove, covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold.
Yeah, so the yellow gold is the faith, the deity faith. The silver is talking about the actual wisdom of God, and it's referring to a dove. Read it again, Bill, the whole thing you just read.
Yeah, it's Psalms 68:13. Though ye have lain among the pots, yet shall ye be as the wings of a dove, covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold.
And then it says her feathers. It's just, he gives so much detail on what he's talking about. Her is always referring to wisdom, or it's the other her, a fool. It's one or the other. And so since here it's talking about a dove, we know that dove a lot of the times is referring to the spirit. So not only is it a dove, it is a her. And the wings happen to be described as silver and gold. Come on. I mean,
hey, I got something for you.
Yeah.
The plumage that was in ostrich, I'm pretty sure it was in the wing as well.
Hold on, 13. In the Hebrew, when it's describing the word ostrich.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, describing ostrich and the feathers and the wings. Plumage was in there. And plumage in the Brown Diver Briggs lexicon says hair overhead, forelock over, which would be the hair.
Which would be hair, which would be faith, which would be.
Yeah.
But again, it's the other side because he makes it clear that this animal, even though it's goodly and it has plumage and it has feathers, it's describing this thing very, there's intricate detail is there on purpose. It describes all that. And then it says, yet, and forgot 16, she is hardened against her young. Hold on, my bad. I'm sorry, 14, which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in dust, and forgotten that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear, because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted her understanding. So he's making it very clear that it's a goodly thing, but not in the sense of a godly goodly. So there's another example of separating how something else can be called goodly, and then look at the way it's described, but then it makes it very clear God has not imparted wisdom upon the animal. I mean, it's just remarkable, man. The whole way everything's described, it makes it very clear that right here, God is literally referring to an animal 100% right here, because the way he points out that it has goodly wings, meaning it's pleasant to look at, everything about it, but it doesn't have the wisdom of God, talking about the actual animal. But then you start talking about the dove, the one that Bill read, and the animal is described in a way that is 100% pointing to God. 100%. But what I'm saying is God will show you where they're separated. He'll show you. So because we're talking about goodly countenance, face, and handsome, or whatever the other word we're looking at, two of everything in the Bible, and you are to rightly divide which one is being spoken of based on context, based on like not just animal, but how the animal is described, and understanding that here a little, there a little. It shows you what all these things mean. You just have to become real familiar with the Bible. If you're not real familiar with it, you won't pick up. It will not happen. You won't pick up on these things because you literally think you're just reading about an animal. But because you have a lot of scriptures memorized, you can go back and see that they all correlate. And you'll have people say, no, if it's not perfect, then it's not right. You have to have a lot of it memorized for it to be perfect. If you only have a little bit of it memorized, how can it be perfect? Be honest to yourself. How is it going to be perfect? It can't be to you because you're reading one and then you go read another. So let's say someone talks about a goodly bird like this one, and they see another one that it's a goodly bird, but it's bad. So they only have two that they're looking at. One is good and one is bad. And they think that all of them are supposed to be good or all of them are supposed to be bad. Stopped reading. If you would have kept reading, you would have seen how many good ones there were, how many bad ones there were, and you'd be able to rightly divide what God is talking about in the Bible, period. But your spirit is the part that wants to keep doing it, but your flesh is weak. Jesus tells Peter this. Your spirit is willing, but your flesh is weak. It's your flesh that gets bored, that gets tired, that doesn't want to continue to search. But these patterns are not accidents. What's another way of saying it? The imagery that you see, it's your spiritual imagination that sees it. It's your physical imagination. Your physical mind is not comprehending this. It's the spirit that is showing you this. And your flesh, because it's used to learning a different way, is telling it, nah, you're just you're putting things there that's not there. You're putting it there. That's not what it says. And sometimes having too much man schooling can hurt you. That's why Paul couldn't see. He had too much man schooling. So don't think I'm telling you it's wrong to go to school. No, wrong. Go learn a trade, okay? But don't get so used to learning that way that your spirit don't get a say-so. Let your spirit have a say-so. But, all right, is there another one, CJ?
Of course. Samuel 9:2.
Samuel 9:2?
Yep.
Let's see. Hey, did you say first or second? Oh, this guy. Yeah. I'll try one.
Hey, the next one's second. Or the next one's second Samuel.
Well, let me just do Samuel. I'm gonna do Samuel 1, 9:2. 9:2. All right, yeah. So it's First Samuel 9:2. All right, and it says, hold on. All right, it says, I'm just going to start at 1. It says, now there was a man of Benjamin. You know, it's funny. It's a man of Benjamin, and so was Paul. Paul was a man who was a Benjamite, man of grace. It's crazy. Son of the right hand. Anyway, so it says, now there was a man of Benjamin whose name was Kish, the son of Abel, son of Zeror, the son of Bechorath, son of Aphiah, a Benjamite, a mighty man of power. And he had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man and a goodly, and there was not among the children of Israel a goodlier person than he. From his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any of the people. All right, so let's look up goodly and goodlier. Let's just go look at those. Oh, and look up the name Saul. Let's make sure everybody knows what the name Saul means.
All right, Saul is H7586, and that's Shaul. That means desired.
Desired. All right. So let's look at the goodly and goodlier there.
Okay. Goodly is H2896 Tob. It means good, pleasant, agreeable, excellent.
Okay, is that okay? So hold on. So that's the first one, goodly.
Yeah.
Oh, say it again. What is it?
It says good, pleasant, agreeable, excellent, rich, valuable, in estimation.
So it says pleasant.
Yep.
All right. So let's go to goodlier.
Goodlier. What a word. Same word.
Same word.
Yep.
All right. So basically, it says he had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man. Look up that word choice. Choice young man.
That is H970. Balcour. Youth, young man. Youth.
Youth? That's what choice means? Hey. Okay. It says, had us, what?
It's from the same word, beautiful, handsome, so on.
Oh, it's the same Hebrew word as goodly?
It's the same word. Same word.
All right. What is the word anyway in Hebrew?
Tob.
Okay. So it says, and he had a son whose name was Saul, a Tob young man, and a Tob. And there was not among the children of Israel a tabular person than he. From his shoulders and upward, he was higher. So basically, if we were to say it in English, right, and we say pleasant, right, because we'll understand what that is. So it says that he had a son whose name was Saul, and Saul means what again, CJ?
Desired.
Okay, so it says whose name was desired, a pleasant young man, and a pleasantry, because it says goodly. So I'm going to say, and a pleasantry. And there was not among the children of Israel a more pleasant person than he. From his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any of the people. Look up that word higher. He was higher. Let's see how it was described. It could be taller.
H13 or Gaboa.
Gaw boy.
It says high, exalted, proud, haughty, loftiness.
Notice how he's described. Proud, loftiness, bro. And the only and highness. And the only thing we take from it is he was a head taller than everybody. But yet this word is describing it not just as height, but he has a big head. Right? Read it again, CJ. Describe the word higher. How does it describe to us in Hebrew?
Big head and a big attitude.
Yeah.
High, exalted, proud, haughty.
Proud, haughty, exalted. Okay, that starts to make sense. You know why? Because who chose him to be king?
Who is this? Who are we talking?
Who chose?
God, I would assume.
No, God said he was going to be their king, and they said, "No, let us choose. Let us choose from our own." He's like, "All right," and it says that this is the reason they chose him. Matter of fact, let's find it. Let's see.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, right. Let's see the reason that it chose us. Somebody, if you know where it's at exactly, just to help us get it there quicker, if you can just put it in the chat. Let's see. This says, let's see. I want the conversation where God is telling them that he's going to be their king or whatnot, and they want to choose. They want to choose. You know what? I think it's okay. So look, 9 is. This is where he's going to be anointed. So it's got to be in 7 or 8.
I think it's 8.
Okay.
Unknown caller.
Yeah, try 8.
Yeah, no, it's going to be an 8 then. Let's see.
It was 15 or 16 or something like that.
7. So look, 8:7 says, and the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. Meaning they did not want God to be their king. Right? You see that? That's in 7. So it says, according to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them out of Egypt, even the day wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods, so do they also unto thee. Now therefore, hearken unto their voice, howbeit, yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king that shall reign over them. And Samuel told all the words of the Lord unto the people that asked of him a king. So remember, they're asking for a king. And he said, this will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself, for his chariots and to be his horsemen, and some shall run before the chariots, and he will appoint him captains over thousands and captains over 50s, and he will set them to ear his ground, to reap his harvest, and to make instruments of war, instruments of chariots, and he will take your daughters to be confectionaries, and to be cooks, and to be bakers. You hear that, women? See where you belong, a kitchen? Make me a pie. And he will take your fields. CJ, you ruin it when you start laughing, bro. I'm trying to maintain a serious face here, bro. You know, hey, if you would, hey, listen. Next time, bro, just mute your mic, bro, so I can just continue. Okay? Is there any way we can do it? All right, hold on a second. Is my heifer in here? Hold on.
I really hope so. No. Ew, he said what?
Anyway, all right. What did Ryan say?
Half the
right. Ryan said half the room gone. All right. Let me give. All right. Where's the?
Sure, Jennifer has a question.
Where's the verse about the good cooking women and bakers? Oh, 13. All right. 14. And he will take your fields and your vineyards and your olive yards, even the best of them, and give them to his servants. And he will take the tenth of your seed. I mean, listen to what God told him that this person was going to do. He's going to take the tenth of your seed and your vineyards and give it to the officers and the servants. And he will take your manservants and your maidservants and your goodliest young men. Go in verse 9:2. Tav or Tav, what was it?
Yeah, T-O-B, essentially.
Yeah.
What verse are you at?
So this is 1 Samuel chapter 8, verse 16, goodliest young man.
Gotcha.
Let's see what goodliest this is.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's the same word, right?
Toe.
Okay. All right. So he says that he's going to take the goodliest young man and your asses and put them to his work. And he will take the tenth of your sheep, and ye shall be his servants, and ye shall cry out in that day, because your king, which ye shall have chosen you, and the Lord will not hear you in that day. Nevertheless, the people refuse to obey the voice of Samuel, and they say, nay, but we will have a king over us. And it says that we also may be like all the nations. And the Bible tells us to be what? Not conform to this world, right? And it says that we also may be like all the nations, that our king may judge us. And Samuel heard all the words of the people, rehearsed them in their ears of the Lord. And the Lord said to Samuel, hearken unto their voice, and make them a king. And Samuel said unto the man of Israel, go ye every man unto his city. And this is when we get to 9, and it talks about the goodlier person, right? But this person is not just described as a head taller than everyone, but it's saying that he's got a bigger head, meaning your ego. He's got a big ego, right? That's also what it's referring to. We just proved that just by the word would not be described as haughty and that. And his name Saul means desired, right? What's the other one we looked at? He was pleasant. So now we need to find out what kind of pleasant was he? You understand? All right, but you got to understand, God is going to give them what they want. So in a weird way, right, we're going to see the story. I'm not going to go over the whole couple of things I'm going to read, but you're going to see him chasing after his father's lost she-asses. This is where Jessie lost her mind right here. We're talking about. I'm glad she's not in here, boy. She'd be wrecking the house. She wrecked out. She couldn't stop laughing. I mean, go to mute. Okay, already. I mean, it took her forever. And it says, and the asses of Kish, Saul's fathers, were lost. And Kish said to Saul, his son, take now one of the servants with thee, and arise and go seek the asses. Now, these are female asses. And I'm telling you, this is talking about seeking after the father's wisdom. And so when Samuel sees Saul, he says, you have found your father's asses have been found. This is what Saul is told by Samuel. But if you're not understanding the parable of the animals in the Bible in its entirety, you just think that, oh, I just ran into Samuel and, oh, the asses were found somewhere. No, it's talking about he chased after the wisdom of his father. That's what it's referring to. And he finds it. Why? Because God has to make him king, because that's what people want. Period. So this whole thing, God, they're the ones that want a king. So this is who he's choosing. And who is it that Samuel is going to anoint? One that is haughty, one that is all about himself. Basically, it's the flesh. That's what they're choosing. If you don't understand what this is referring to, that'd be like you, right, being born in this world, and God is saying, let me reign over that body that you're in. He's like, no, I'm going to reign. That's how you need to see it. that you're choosing the enmity, the other pleasant thing to be in charge rather than the pleasant thing. So when you're looking at the two goodlies or the two pleasants, just in context alone, you should understand that Saul's the meaning of his name, the type of goodly, how he's described as goodly. It is pleasant, but which pleasant is it? The fact that he's being chose to be king by the people and they're rejecting God, you should know that that he is pleasant to their. This is all about the flesh. So when you say, no, but God made him king because the people chose. Because the people chose him. So it's not godly's pleasant. That's not the goodly man that he is. That's not the handsome man that he is. Now, where does it describe David's handsomeness or goodliness? Where's that at? Is that in 2 Samuel? Or is that the end of 1 Samuel? I don't remember.
I don't know. Oh, that might be
16. So it might be 1 Samuel 16. Because 15.
Okay, that is not
I think 15 is where Saul is like rejected or okay, so let me just go to 16. Let's see. All right, so we go.
It should be 16.
Yeah, 16:6. Let me go to 6 though. It says, and it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointing is before him. But the Lord said to Samuel, look not. So it's in 7. It says, look not on his countenance. Look not on his countenance. This is referring to the outer appearance. Okay, because remember, King Saul was chose because of his outer appearance. The Bible tells us that that's not what he looks at, which means the flesh, that's pleasant. That's why in the Garden of Eden, it says, and when the tree became good for food and pleasant to the eyes, it's this pleasant. It's the same pleasant that chose Saul to be king. You see it? The pleasantness that the tree of the knowledge of good and evil became to Eve is the pleasantness that the people used to choose Saul to be king. It's not God's pleasantness. There's two pleasants. So when people say, look, it was pleasant to her, they literally think that pleasant is the same pleasant that God is referring to. It's not the same pleasant. It's not. Okay, that's why, no offense, please don't hate me, but you need to be more familiar with the Bible. This is why there's disputing and
unknown caller.
That's why there's constant disputings and arguments about this over the two trees, because you're not understanding that one is pleasant to the flesh and one is pleasant to God's sight. God said that he planted all the trees that were pleasant to the sight, talking about his sight. So when it says the tree, and when she saw the tree to be good for food and pleasant to the eyes, and you automatically say that it became pleasant in the same way that God planted it because it has the word pleasant. Nah, you're missing it. You're missing it big time. Let's see. All right, so where was it? 7. Okay, and it says, but the Lord said to Samuel, look not on his countenance, which shows that even Samuel was looking at the countenance, the outer apparent countenance. There's two countenance, okay? Lord have mercy. And it says, but he sanctified, 6. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him. So that means he looked at his outer appearance. God saw it. And God said to Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature. Go look up the word height right there, CJ, if you don't mind.
Did you go back to 9?
1 Samuel 16:7. 1 Samuel 16:7, the word height.
Gotcha. H1364 Balboa. High exalted, same as the other one. Proud, haughty, loftiness.
Okay. So is that the same word that describes Saul? It's curious. So what's the Hebrew word?
Gabor.
Okay. So
Gabor.
all right. So is that the same word in 1 Samuel 4?
No, it's not.
It's not. Okay. What verse is it? 4 what? Dre?
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at the
Oh, my Lord.
correlation.
All right, all right.
First Samuel 2:3.
Okay.
So it talks about no one more exceedingly proudly.
No. Goodly. We're okay. All right. CJ, where was it at where it's talking about it? No one more goodly than him.
Oh, that was 9.
Oh, was it 9?
9:2.
Okay, my bad. All right, hold on. Let me get there. Yeah. So the word for goodly and goodlier, it's not the same word?
No.
All right. What about this word? All right. What about this word? It says from his shoulders and upward, he was higher. Is it the same word there?
Higher is the word. Yeah, higher is the same word.
Okay, that's the one I'm looking for. That one, higher. Okay. So in 1 Samuel 9:2, the word higher was, what's the word in Hebrew? Gabora. Okay. And then we get to 16 and it says, God tells him in 7, look not on his countenance nor his height. So don't look at the outer appearance. That's how they chose Saul. They were using their pleasant sight, and they saw him as pleasant, just like Eve saw the tree became pleasant, but it wasn't the pleasantness of God, which is the tree of life. You have to be able to see that. This is not easy to explain to someone who is focused on like Torah only. When someone comes up to me and they ask things, did they still obey Torah? Bro, we're years away. It's going to take this person years, because this is not something that you can explain this perfectly. God could enter your body and you can speak it better than you ever have. They ain't going to see it, bro. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. It's going to take a year or two for them to even start seeing any of this. They may agree, say, oh, I see what you're saying, but I'm telling you, you see it. They don't. They just see what you're saying. But it's not going to happen. But it says, but the Lord said to Samuel, look not on his countenance nor the height of his stature, says, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. This is again the pleasantness that's described in the garden. And God planted all the trees that were pleasant to the sight. Whose sight? His sight. And what does it say right here? God does not see it as man seeth. He don't see that way. So all the trees that God planted were pleasant to God's sight. And when that tree that Eve was speaking to, it says, and when the tree became good for food and pleasant to the sight, her sight, not God's sight. She already had God's sight, bro. She was perfect. Here's the two sights again. It's all over the Bible. And it says, the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. So, Saul, there was no, but it's referring to how people saw him, not how God saw him. There was no goodlier man. People automatically assume that this is God saying this. God just got through telling Samuel, go tell the people all that I tell you. I want to make sure they understand that they're not going to like the king they choose in this world. But they didn't listen. They chose Saul anyway. And it didn't take very long for that to falter. But then you go to David. David. And even Samuel is thinking, oh, this has got to be the one. Oh, this has got to be the one. And God says, hey, that's not how I see. That's not my pleasant sight doesn't see the way man sees. They got a different sight. So it says, so 11 is where he says, is this is all your kids? And they sent and brought him. This is David in 12. Now he was ruddy and with all of a beautiful countenance and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he. All right, so let's look up these words because I want to show you something here. And he sent and brought him in, and he was ruddy. So look up this word ruddy. Look up the word ruddy. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Who's looking it up? Anybody?
I got you. 1 Samuel 16, what?
1 Samuel 16, 12. Ruddy.
Ruddy is H132. Admonai. Admoni. Ruddy. It literally says it.
Yeah. And it says, and withal of a beautiful countenance. So let's look up beautiful and countenance, both.
All right. Beautiful is H3303. Yahweh. And it means fair, beautiful, handsome.
All right.
Literally or figuratively. Beautiful, comely, fair.
Yeah. All right. And then countenance.
H5.
Bro, hey, can you stop eating, bro? Hey, can you stop eating your freaking fruit cereal, bro, or while we're doing this?
He's not eating fruit cereal. He just barbecued that snake he got.
Oh, I bet that's a good.
I'm actually eating watermelon. It'd be a lot worse if it was Flip eating it for sure.
Yeah.
That's the feed on. But countenance means eye.
Okay. All right. So look, notice that it's talking about an eye here, and this is not the eye, the eye, but it's talking. It says beautiful eye, bro. This goes all the way back to pleasant sight. Period. All this is saying is that David sees right. That's what this is saying. He sees right, bro. How do we know it's true? For your staff and your rod, comfort me. How do we know it's true? Because he said, this uncircumcised Gentile. His eye was focused on God. He didn't have a stiff neck. He was one that turned aside and recognized God, and God proves it right here by saying he's got a beautiful eye. That's what he's saying, bro. In Hebrew, when you go study this out in Hebrew, when it says he was ruddy and matter of fact, what does the Amplified say? Let me see. 12. Jesse brought him. David had a healthy reddish complexion and beautiful eyes and was fine looking. And the Lord said to Samuel, right, yeah, beautiful eyes. But if you study it in Hebrew, bro, that is literally what it says. Pleasant eyes, bro. Bro, he's got the sight of God. He has the sight. Now, does that mean he's got the Spirit of God dwelling in him? No, it means that he knows to acknowledge God. That's what God's looking for. This is not talking about someone who's
beautiful eyes, beautiful feet.
Beautiful eyes, beautiful feet. Yep. How beautiful are their eyes? How beautiful are the feet? But this is God's beautiful, bro. What he sees as beautiful, not what man sees as beautiful. Arise and anoint him. Says Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. Ruddy. Jesus is always in the midst. That's why he was ruddy, because he was the firstborn. That which is first shall be last. That which is last shall be first. So this goes all the way back to the crossing of the hands. He receives the inheritance, and he wasn't even the firstborn. Just like Jacob and Esau, just like the first Adam, the last Adam, just like your flesh and your born again spirit. Your firstborn birth was here first, and you have to be born again. And when you become born again, now you have the image and likeness of God, because flesh and bone will not inherit. It will not inherit. Your flesh and bone. This is not saying that your flesh and bone is not going to enter the kingdom heaven. I don't know why people say this. It's saying your flesh and bone cannot inherit. Do you understand? Look up the word inheritance. Matter of fact, Dre, can you go to the verse that says that flesh and bone shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven? Let's go look up that word inherit, so we can crush this ridiculous thing that people say. It's not talking about that your flesh and bone is not going to enter, like physically enter. That's not what it's saying. It's talking about inheritance.
1 Corinthians 15:50, just for the record. I'm going to go to it right now. Oh, let me not eat this.
Yeah. Please don't. Please don't. Where's Hulk at?
It's so good, too.
Where's Hulk at?
Hulk is building his house right now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right. I'm going to go. 15. Which one's the you want to inherit, right?
Yeah, where the verse that says flesh and blood shall not inherit. I want that word in the Greek and just go.
The word inherit is G2816. It points up to corruption. So corruption, inherit together. And it has to do with receive a lot, like LOT lot, not a lot. Receive by lot.
Which is
an heir.
Okay. Receive a lot is talking about land, right?
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which that would be the promised land. That's what this is talking about. Right. Okay. So inheritance. So hey, look up in the Webster's dictionary, and I want you to look up the word inheritance, and let's read what that is. Let's read what an inheritance is, because it seems like people are not understanding what an inheritance is.
Webster's dictionary. And we're going to go to the word inheritance.
Something that is or may be inherited, something that is or may. Yeah, that's it. Man, I'm seeing better.
The act of inheriting property.
Okay. Okay. Read it again. What?
The act of inheriting property.
Okay. So now let's go look up inheriting, because it still ain't describing what or look up the word
receive.
Inherit. Okay.
To receive from an ancestor as a right or a title, descendable by the law at the ancestor's death.
Okay, so this is not hard. If you have a family member, your own mother or father, and they pass, and they have a house on, I don't care if it's 1 acre of land, you are the inheritance of the land. You inherit that property. So for anyone that doesn't understand what inheritance is, I'm showing you a perfect example in this world. If someone passes away, you inherit their land. You get it legally. It is yours because it belonged to your family member. So when the Bible says flesh and blood shall not inherit, it is not saying that your flesh and blood is not going to be in heaven. It's saying your flesh and blood can't inherit it, bro. Because it's not the second part of you. You have to be born again. So if you were already made in the image and likeness of God, you would be a son of God, and your flesh could, because you're in the image and likeness of God. My friend, if you are not born of the Spirit, how are you from God? Therefore, how can you inherit the land? How? That's why I tell people all the time, stop lying to people. Stop lying to people and telling them that their flesh and blood was made in the image and likeness of God. You're lying. My flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom. That came from the first Adam. It cannot inherit. This is not about can your flesh and blood physically enter into heaven. It's not about that. It cannot. Listen, if you're not born again, you're not going to inherit. So if you're born again, you're going to inherit. That's why we are co-heirs with Christ. Every time I hear people talk about this, it really drives me bonkers because they talk about it.
You must have been going crazy last night.
Why?
Because we were talking about it last night.
Who?
We were Renegade.
Y'all were talking about inheritance?
That was a different conversation altogether.
Oh.
Sorry.
I didn't hear y'all.
It was talking about the body. It was talking what body, what is the glorified body.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay, so that can easily, because that would not be changing the topic because, matter of fact, it was bonkers that your friend Renegade acts like he knows stuff, Dre. I'm calling him out on that. He did not know. He himself did not know. He did not know what a glorified body. That's the way he was asking. I'm like, he don't know. So he was just letting Jesse talking. I mean, he's like, nope. Okay. Oh, so it's just Jesus. Oh, so it's just, I will admit this. I could tell he wants to learn, but he's going about it all the wrong way. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But either way.
His just does the Jesse answer. He calls it the mystic answer. They just say it's Jesus. That's the answer.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I get. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But like I said, I just think I could tell he wants to learn, but he's just going about it. Going around mocking all the white belt, blue belt Christians. Just because how to read better. Like it's just not a good method. It's not a good look. I'll put on there. Tell him to come to D-Scaled. I don't care if you're shadow watching right now. Stay shadow. Please don't let nobody know. Let the spirit do its thing. But so the flesh and blood shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven, meaning you have to be born again. So your spirit's the only thing that can inherit flesh, not the way that your body sees what is pleasant, but God's pleasant sight. So, CJ, was that the last one or more? There's. I had no idea what he just said.
There's one more. There's.
What is it?
It's 2 Samuel 23, verse 20 to 22.
Okay, 2 Samuel.
Chapter 23.
23, verse. I don't even think there's 20 chapters in.
Hey, I was given this. I don't know.
2 Samuel. I mean, there might be. I see 9, 12, 14. Oh, maybe there is. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of Kings. I'm probably thinking of Kings.
You said 23, CJ, 2 Samuel 23 what?
Verse 20 to 22.
He must be with his heifer. He talking real low.
Verse 20 to 22.
I got it.
23, 22. All right, what is it?
Things did Benadiah, the son of Jehoiada, had the same amongst the three men. That's 23, 22. 2 Samuel 23, 22. That's what I just read.
It might be 23, 21, because 21 said.
Yeah, it says verse.
Yeah, because 21 says, and he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man, and the Egyptian had a spear in his hand, but he went down to him with the staff and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand and slew him with his own spear. Yeah. All right. Y'all give me a second. I'll be ready.
Is that the Egyptian that helped David? Is it the same Egyptian?
Probably, yeah, because we're 2 Samuel. I'm pretty sure that's it. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Coptic.
I have a question about
That's my guy right there, boy.
I know. What's up, Jennifer?
Okay, so y'all mentioned the
Oh, there he is. Coptic Prince is here. Oh, my bad, Jennifer. I didn't know he was here. He's actually here. Look at that. Coptic is the Egyptian, the goodly man. Go ahead, Jennifer.
In the sense.
Okay, it's just a quick question of what y'all thoughts are. Okay, when Jesus said the time or the hour came that he shall be glorified by the Father, he didn't necessarily say the body, I don't believe. He said in, oh goodness, I believe it's chapter 12 of John, verse 18. It says, Father, glorify your name. Right? He didn't say glorify your body. Because I look at it this way, Jesus Christ had the whole Godhead in him. I believe that every single bit of God dwelt inside from the very beginning of his conception. The angel came, spoke the word of God to Mary, right? The message. And that is the Rhema, I believe. And then Jesus Christ, when he was conceived and born, that was the Logos, right? So that is the spirit, soul, body, the complete Godhead. Because even though his body was made sin, he had no sin. So his body it wasn't defiled, I don't believe. Am I getting that correct? I don't know.
Wait, how did this question come up?
Sorry, I don't know if you were reading. Like, guys, I brought the same exact 2 Samuel's the 23 exact verse, and then he gave me hints and he told me to do my homework and just let me go, and then I did my homework, and then so the things I found is Hosea 11:1 and Matthew 2:15. That goes with that. It explains that.
All right. You gonna summarize those or?
Yeah, I can read it. It's right here. You will see it right away.
Himalayan said, "No, you got to do your research."
No, you can call me my homework. It's okay. Okay, so this is Matthew 2:15, or let's say Matthew 2:13. I'll start reading from 13. Now, when they had departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Rise, take the child and his mother, and flee to Egypt, and remain there until I tell you, for Herod is about to search for the child to destroy him." And he rose and took the child and his mother by the night and departed to Egypt, and remained there until the death of Herod. This was to fulfill what the Lord had spoken by the prophet, "Out of Egypt I called my son." Right? And then Hosea 11:1 is where it actually had the prophet had said. So Hosea 1:11, I think. Hosea 1:11. I'll read from 10. The number of children of Israel shall be like the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured and numbered. And in the place where it was said to them, "You are not my people," it shall be said to them, "Children of the living God." And the children of Judah and the children of Israel shall be gathered together, and they shall appoint for themselves one head, and they shall go up from the land. Great shall be the day of Jezreel. But then, hold on, this was not it. I don't know. But somewhere here it says about Egypt.
11:1.
11:1? Oh, so okay. So it was not. It was not 1:11. My bad. But still, it kind of went with it. 11:1. When Israel was a child, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son.
Hey,
Mhm.
Side note, did you guys know that Egypt has the largest church in the Middle East?
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
you should look it up. It's beautiful. I believe it's called the Church in the Cave or something like that. Look it up, Church in the Cave, and Google it. What an amazing, amazing church! I'm like going crazy to go visit this spot. You got to look it up. It's amazing. It's gorgeous, man.
Yeah, Egyptians are actually Egypt is actually blessed. They had like the Lord stay there for refuge. Even though, and then the funny thing is, you know what? We were slaves in Egypt, right? And then Jesus, whereas goes to Egypt for refuge.
Who was a slave in Egypt?
I didn't know you was Jewish. I didn't know you was a Jewish girl.
I was not a
I
slave.
identify with the spirit, brother.
I see.
Hey, I'm gonna screenshot this Coptic priest. I'm gonna hold you to this. He says I'm gonna take you there. I promise. I want to go there so bad. Like these, I will say, man. Honestly, like when you look at the history of Egypt, and like you said, the Lord went there. It's not a coincidence that He went to Egypt. He went there for a reason. And then on top of that, you see like throughout history how Christianity spread through through Mark into Egypt very early. Very early Christianity started there, like as far as missionaries concerned. And you see that these people have maintained Christianity and their Christian values and haven't changed. I mean, they didn't bend the knee to Rome. They didn't bend the knee to the Assyrian church, because the Assyrian church grew huge as well. They didn't bend the knee to nobody. They kept the same traditions, and they've kept the same traditions for thousands of years. Even through oppression from Islamic oppression and Roman Catholic oppression, both these people have maintained, like Jews, they have maintained their culture. They have maintained their tradition. I'm talking about culture and tradition and rooted in the Bible. And they're like some of the most hardcore Christians you'll ever meet. If you ever run into like a Coptic Christian or like Coptic Princess down there in the comments, you guys should follow him. Well, actually, don't follow him because you might.
Dre, you said it's the Church of the what?
Assyrian Church of the East. They changed their traditions as well. Like they ended up folding in a lot of ways. Only the Coptics have really maintained and stayed based from 44. I want to say it was 44, 46, 44.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to say, I mean, God bless you, Dre. Jesus bless everybody. Just remember, guys, that Jesus, when you hold on to Christ, you'll always have victory. And no matter who you get persecuted by, those who use God's name to persecute other Christians, we got through it by the power of Christ. Christ is our King and Christ is our God who protected us. We didn't have any imperial powers behind us. We didn't have kings. We didn't have emperors. We were slaughtered. We went into caves by other Christians, by the way, not by just the Muslims. Where our monasteries were taken, our churches were taken, our monks were slaughtered. But in the end of the day, Jesus says, do not be afraid of those who unalive the body, and after that they have nothing more they can do. But fear him who, after he has unalived, has authority to cast body and soul into hell. Yes, fear him. And he's the only one that we fear. I want to say God bless you, Dre, and God bless all of you guys. God bless Trot. Jesus bless your ministry. May Jesus protect you and all the principalities and all the dominions. And may God through his Holy Spirit. And pray for me, guys, and God bless, Trey. I'll talk to you in about 8 hours.
God bless.
God bless Coptic.
Oh, we had a guest come up.
Yeah, we was talking about the Egyptian goodly man. We was just talking about how Egyptians, when they received the gospel in 44 AD, like the Coptics are a very strong, denomination of Christianity that has never folded or changed, even through persecution from the Roman Catholics and the Muslims, from everybody. They got it from both sides, and they just, they maintain it. So they were just sharing a little bit of just being strong and maintaining your faith, basically.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me see. Sorry. What time, man? Hold up. What time is it?
I'm looking up that. I'm looking at that cave church in Samar. Man, that is amazing, bro.
I told you I want to visit it so bad. I'm going to do a tour from Israel, and I'm going to go down to Egypt, and I'm going to go back to Israel, and I'm going to leave from Israel. But I'm going to Israel and Egypt next year. I got to visit both places.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not crazy. I need to go.
I'm going to go crazy or not. Here I come.
Crazy or not. Yeah. Let me see. All right. All right. So the last one is in 2 Samuel 20, what?
21. 23.
23, 21.
Chapter 23,
Yeah.
verse 21.
Right. Let me see. Let me see.
After that, pleasing, which can.
After that, hold on a second. Hold on. After that, what?
It's pleasing.
Oh, we start pleasing. All right, look, it's already 11:20.
Yep.
And I gotta run. I start getting on this, bro. I'm gonna be on here till 1 again. So, let's see. Taylor, what you got? Bye. Click. Hey, Taylor. Taylor, what you got before we go, bro?
Just God bless you guys. We'll see you in the morning.
See y'all in the morning. Bill, what you got?
Study to find thyself approved. That's what I got every day. That's all we got.
That's all we got.
Disciple others. Yep.
Nina, what you got?
I just want to thank you for today and also for going over the flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom. That was what I already thought, but thank you for going over that.
Yeah, absolutely. Himalaya, what's up?
Yeah, okay. So I was telling CJ like the 2 Samuel 23, 21. Remember, Charlton told me to do the homework on this, and then 1 second, baby, 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. And then I had done the homework, and then what I found was like Matthew 2:15. Out of Egypt I called my son, and then Hosea 11:1. Out of Egypt I called my son, and then and it says, and he struck down an Egyptian, a handsome man. The Egyptian had a spear.
Yeah, Himalaya. We're going over this tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. I'm almost done. Just saying.
No. Talk about it tomorrow.
Okay,
You're trying to get you're gonna get me all in it. No. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow. My question to you is, what do you have to say before we go?
I have to say the same thing, which is everything is vanity except Jesus and his love. And thank you, teacher. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. All right, Jennifer, sup?
I also have a question, but I'll wait till tomorrow.
What's the question? What's the question? So CJ the scribe can write it down.
Okay, so it's about the glorified body. Okay. I see in John 12, I said verse 18, but it's actually verse 28. Jesus didn't say glorify my body. He said glorify thy name. And Jesus Christ is Jesus' name. So I see it as Jesus walked in that power and authority. Even though he had a flesh that was made sin, it was undefiled. So didn't he have the glorified body already?
All right, so your question is what exactly? Did Jesus... What? What's the question?
Before his resurrection. Before his resurrection. Did he have
so all right, so your question is when Jesus was born, did he have a glorified body?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if anybody here knows the answer. Does anybody here have the answer to that? Let me say this. Hold on. Time out. Before anyone answers, there's going to be some people that's not going to like my answer, but I'm going to answer it. But we're not going to go over it. We'll go over it tomorrow, or we'll finish countenance, goodly, handsome. We'll finish that. If not, we'll go over this tomorrow. People do not, or are they prepared to hear the truth to this question? It's a very important question. So, oh my gosh. So the question is, the question is this: when Jesus was born, did he have a glorified body? That's the question. And
Oh.
It's very easy. It's
Like
Yankee Echo Sierra.
human form.
so, okay. So what's the answer? Somebody.
En español, sí.
All right. Who else?
No, no. Oh, no.
No.
Yankee Echo Sierra.
All right. So
no.
let me. All right. So I heard. So I got half no's and half yeses. Comments. I only see a few yeses. I see a few no's.
Blood was, the blood was always the blood of the lamb.
I know, but the all right. So
transfiguration on the mountain.
All right. So the question here it goes. Watch this. Okay. Why did Paul the Apostle? Why did he call Jesus the last Adam?
Because he was created.
No, Himalaya.
What?
Himalaya. Why did Paul the Apostle call Jesus the last Adam?
Because he is gonna die in the flesh. This time he's the tree of life.
Okay. Nanny said he was also human. No, we're all human. So all of us are Adams?
No, he's
No, hold up. I'm not it's a rhetorical question. I'm just throwing this question out there to think, because my question is, why did Paul call Jesus the last Adam? And Nanny said, well, because he was also human. There is a reason that Jesus called listen, let me ask you this. Was there another human born after Jesus?
Yes.
Okay, so if we're all Adams, Jesus obviously is not the last Adam, bro. Right? Like, I mean, I'm trying to get the gears to think. Ain't nothing personal, but what you're saying, a lot of people do say that. So there's nothing wrong to go over it. So again, the question is, why did Paul the Apostle call Jesus the last Adam? Why?
Because he was the only one that came in a glorified state like that.
That was a rhetorical question, guys.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so just to go over this real quick, Nanny said because he was perfect. Obviously, that is a big part of it. He was, but in which way? So are we saying he was perfect because he hasn't sinned yet? Or did he come in Adam's sinful state and have a dead spirit? Did Jesus have a dead spirit when he came into this world? Okay, so that's why. That's why. Because he was born into this world with a spirit that was alive. There's only one way that's possible. There's only one way that a mankind can come in through the matrix of a woman and have a perfect spirit. There's only one way. That means that this person does not have to be born again. So did Adam, when he was created, did Adam have to be born again?
Yes.
No. He didn't have to. When God, after God created him, so like God created Adam, and he goes, "All right, I created you." Did he have to be born again?
No.
He was already born. He was the image and likeness of God. God made Adam in his image and in his likeness. That's how God made Adam. So if Adam was perfect, meaning he did not have to be born again. It's only because of how he was made. How does the Bible say that Adam was made?
With the image of God.
No. How was he made?
He was made. Go ahead, CJ.
Out of the clay of the earth.
Yeah, he was made from the dust of the ground. That's how he was made. So if you're not understanding what dust of the ground, like if you don't know what made Adam, then you do not understand why Paul is calling Jesus the last Adam. You don't, I'm telling you. You think you do, but you do not. Paul knew all of this. Paul knew that the first Adam was formed from the dust of the earth, and that is exactly how the last Adam was formed. The same way the body of Adam was made, it's the same way Jesus's body was made. It was formed from the dust of the ground, but the perfect ground in Eden, not this fallen world. We live in a fallen world. God did not take the dust of the ground outside that you walk on and create Adam. No, Adam was not fallen. He was perfect. The world that we live in is considered a fallen world. So the first Adam was created perfect from a perfect soil, and Jesus was made from that same soil that Adam was made from. And if you don't understand that that's God's heart, if you don't understand that the first Adam was made from the soil of God, and that you are missing a lot. You're missing a lot. You're still in the fairy tale land. We're kids. But when you were a kid, you spoke and thought like a kid. Now you're an adult, born again. You need to start seeing common sense, spiritual truths. I hate to put it that way, but common sense, spiritual truth, guys. If that makes any sense. So,
case in point would be the seed came from no man. Who did the seed come from?
Yeah, exactly.
And it says that Adam, that the Lord blew the ruach into him, and he became a living soul. It was the Holy Spirit that placed that seed into Mary. So where like the flesh came from? Where did that body come from?
Yeah. So when that seed was put in the Mary, the seed was already perfect. It just used Mary's womb to grow in. So when people say Mary has to be perfect, because how could something not perfect enter something, or how can something perfect enter something that's not perfect? The Bible explains through prophecy that seed will grow in dry ground. Do we got to go through some of those? Dre, you got some of those on hand?
Yeah, 53.
All right, read it, please.
Yeah. Give me a second. Let me get to it. 3. Where is it? Chapter. Where are you at? Isaiah 53. Verse 1 says, actually, verse 2, it says, "For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant and at a root out of dry ground."
Yes, every one of us were dry and desolate ground, period, the end. And to not understand that is to not understand prophecy. It sounds good. Oh, Mary had no sin. She was perfect. Bro, when the Spirit of God enters something, that thing becomes perfect, not the other way around. God doesn't wait for you to be perfect and then he enters you. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Nobody is worthy for God to enter them. Nobody. Not even Mary. It doesn't matter. It's not a coincidence that he chose a woman named Mara. It's not a coincidence. It's prophecy that the tree of life will be cast into bitter water and make the bitter water sweet. Don't you understand? This is bitter water, my friend. We're all Mara. Everybody has to be impregnated with Christ in order to come alive. That's the prophecy, not one woman. The seed has to enter all of us. Man, it's crazy. Everybody has to be born again. Everybody, man. Lord have mercy. So the question is, when Jesus was born, did he have a glorified body? Well, after what we went over, Himalaya, what do you think the answer is?
No, he was made in the image of God. I mean, not made in the image of God, but he is image of God.
Okay, now how can he be the image of God and not be glorified?
Because he emptied himself. Although he was equal to God, he did not count equality with God a thing to be grasped, but in likeness of man, in human form.
What is that? What does that mean, Himalaya? Likeness of man. What does that mean? So is he just like a man or like a man?
Like.
Okay, so why is he not just like a man then?
Because he had no sin. He had no disobedience.
Thank you. So how is that possible that he could have no sin unless he was already perfect?
Because he is spirit, he is God.
Right. So he's perfect, correct?
Correct.
Was Adam perfect?
Was.
Right. Adam was perfect. So this one's called Adam too. Why is Jesus called the last Adam? Is it because he's perfect?
Yes, because this is the second one made perfect.
Okay, so this is a second perfect Adam, but he's not glorified because why? What's the reason he's not glorified?
Because he came in the likeness of man.
Himalaya, I think you're misunderstanding what likeness of man is. I think you're misunderstanding what that means.
Emptied himself.
Okay.
Right? Are you asking when?
No. Who? Okay, let me ask you this: who emptied himself? Who?
He himself emptied himself.
God.
Hold on. God emptied himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does empty mean? Does that mean something used to be inside and now it's no longer inside? Empty?
Yes.
Right. So God's soul came out of something and entered another body. Yes? He emptied himself and entered into another body, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So the Spirit of God, the soul of God lives in this body, and this is not a glorified body.
Let me ask real quick. So when it says that he's the last, there will not be another, it's because no one's gonna come down.
Because God only formed two men directly from his heart, the first Adam and the last Adam.
Yeah, I changed my mind because glorified was before also, not just after.
Okay, so that means God's glory. Look, Moses said, "Show me thy glory." And he said, "No one can see my face. No one can see my countenance." Jesus is the countenance, the glory of God, which is the soul of God. So when God emptied himself and he put his soul and his spirit inside of that body was perfect, just like the first Adam. It was perfect in every way. The issue is what is glorified, what is not glorified. That people have a problem with that. People have a problem with that. So when Jesus tells Mary, "Do not touch me," right? We have this glorified issue. He did not have, listen, that body did not have permission to act out in a glorified manner until he went to the. That doesn't mean that he didn't have a glorified body. No, it says that he humbled himself. He could have acted like God if he wanted to, but he didn't until the proper time, the Kairos time, which is don't touch me. I need to go to the Father. So he goes to the Father, in which way you need to read and find out. But after he does this thing, all of a sudden he starts walking through walls. So here's the question. Could he have always walked through walls?
Of course.
Of course. Yes, he walked on water. So, but the thing is, at any time he could have done these things, but he did not want to glorify the body. He didn't want to do that yet. He wanted to wait till after the resurrection so they can see now. Time it was him the whole time. But anyway, further study needs to be looked personally. I went over it as quick as I can. I could talk about that for 4 days. I could talk about all day. For anyone to not understand the difference between an unglorified and a glorified body, they are lacking some serious understanding. It's I'm talking serious. Like if you don't know what that is, that's that you need to know what that is. It's very important. Paul understood why he said this is the last Adam. He knew why. I'm telling you, the stuff that Paul said, we take it lightly, but when you go study it, how did he get this understanding? It will throw you back, because there's a lot of quote unquote mathematical equations before the answer. He just gives you the answer and you're like, oh, he's the last Adam. Okay, how? I don't know. Whoops. You might want to know. You might want to know how does he understand? It's all there in the Old Testament. It's all there. It's just we got to slow down. So what we think is a glorified body is, oh, he's starting to walk through walls. Bro, if you don't understand why Paul calls him the last Adam, if you don't understand that, the glorified body thing's out the window. You're just not going to understand. You need to understand, why did Paul call Jesus the last Adam? And the answer is not 2 or 3 little answers, bro. It's multiple. He calls him that for several. Anytime I ask like the denomination of the Catholics, like when I ask this question, they only can give like 2 little answers. Oh, well, he's the last Adam because of this and this. And I'm like, that's it? No, bro. No. The mathematical equation is like 42 numbers with 14 lines, commas. And you give me 1 number and 1 comma? No, bro, not good enough. Absolutely not. There's way more to it than that. And to be honest with you, I went over a lot. And it's already 11:40. It took me 30 minutes to go through it all. Anyway, all right, let's see.
No.
Oh, what's up?
I think it's really great that we talked about this, because it not only the question, instead of asking when did he empty himself, it basically focuses on the part that he was emptied the whole time.
Yeah, he was in there. Yeah, he was in there the whole time. Yeah. So right. Watch. If
Mary is the second Eve, bro.
yeah. And it also kind of like
Mary is
and we're off to the left.
Mary's the second Eve. Oh, that's correct. I can't believe Mary's the second Eve. My Lord, dude. Bro, that's so crazy, bro. So crazy. Anyway, whatever. Hey, you know what? Just remember, denominations, Catholics, whatever. These people are saved. A lot of them are. They don't have to understand everything to go to heaven. Please stop making people feel like they have to have a degree to go to heaven. It's not true. The gospel is very simple. It's very easy. But, we can still have the discussion without coming at each other with the machete. Just don't forget that part. But anyway, we bounce in. CJ, what you got before we go?
After the question would be, what is
So after me going over all that, the answer is in there. What a glorified body is. Very simple. Let me ask you this. So we'll say this. Did the first Adam have a glorified body?
When he was made, yeah.
Okay. What did he call Eve? Not what he named her. What did he call her?
Flesh, bone of bone. Woman.
Yeah.
Well, no. Himalaya. Can you go to like -7? Can you say it slower? What do you call her?
Woman.
I can't hear you.
Flesh, bone of my bone.
Okay, now I want Himalaya to say it loud and slow.
Flesh of my flesh and blood of my blood.
Or bone of my bone. Did he say spirit of my spirit? Did he say soul of my soul and spirit of my spirit?
No.
Boom. Chakalaka. All right. Anyway. All right, so we could talk about it again tomorrow. So if y'all want to go over glorified body again, we will. Because for some people, it's just seed time and harvest. That's fine. That's fine. We'll go over it again. All right. Anyway, all right, Dre, what you got for me?
You can't just go now. Now you can't just go.
I got to. It's already about to be noon. Look. Huh? Dre, what'd you say?
I was saying we'll continue tomorrow because I know you got to go. Himalaya got you for another 30 minutes. Always, every time.
Every time, bro. Every time, bro. I swear, man. I swear. All right, look. Yeah, everybody's like, thank you. All right, look, listen. We'll bring it up again tomorrow. Himalaya, just bring it up again tomorrow. We'll start going over some more, but there's always a point where I can tell it's starting to go over the head. And once that happens, I have to stop and say, go study. Because once, like, for instance, if we're talking about algebra, I'm serious, and someone's getting you to kind of understand algebra, and you keep asking questions until we start getting to like some deep geometry or some deep like deeper math. There's so many, huh?
Calculus.
Calculus. There's other deeper mathematics. But if you start asking questions about all that and you're not even understanding the rest of the algebra, that teacher would be a fool not to see how are you wanting to, go further into this. You're not even understanding this part right here. So when you start talking to someone about a glorified body and the things that they're pointing out, what a glorified body is and what it's not, and you're starting to show them, no, brother, listen, and you're showing them and they're like, whoa. If they're not understanding where you're going, you need to quit going. You need to tell them to go study. Listen, people who really care, they're going to go study, bro. They're not going to say, no, show me right now. Bro, that is not a wise person. No, show me what you're saying. You're like, all right, so right here, no. And they keep saying, no. And you're like, bro, what do you mean no? So you have no idea what I'm saying. No, that's not what the text says. You're putting that in there. Bro, listen, do yourself a favor. Just tell them to go study some more. Stop thinking that it's you not explaining it. You know what it is, and you know for sure, and you have truly rightly divided what it is saying. I'm telling you, you're not even going to have an unction to argue about it, bro. You're not. Okay. I don't know how to make it more simple. Like, it's just like anything else. If someone is telling you that 1 + 1 is not 2, you're going to sit there for 2 hours trying to force them to understand 1 + 1 is 2, bro. No, you wouldn't. No, you would not. Tell the truth. Because you know that 2 apples separated, you can say this is 1 apple, this is another apple, but together is 2 apples. And if I go find another apple, I'll have 3 apples. If they're not getting that, you know what's funny? I never see anyone on this app arguing about 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 apples. Never. You know why? Because it's a waste of time. When you understand certain things in the Bible, you'll see that the same way. It's true 100%, and I'm not going to argue. I'm going to argue about it. It's ridiculous. It's childish, and we could do the same thing, make the same mistakes, and it's not fruitful. It doesn't go anywhere. But again, it's almost 12. That's what I mean by again. Anyway, all right, guys, we'll see y'all in the morning. God bless.